I mean, yeah, I think it's huge. I'm very happy. I think all parties are very happy. I think this extension with this staff and these offensive minds, I think for the longevity of my career and wherever I end up, in the years to come, will serve me well down the line. So, and as far as where I came from, I mean, I really can't even get too much into it without crying or whatever. But it means a lot.
Your family, you've talked about.
You prepared, and I know you believe that you are a starter in this league. Ever any thought for you to say, I'll let this thing ride out and then go get an opportunity where there isn't a young entrenched starter on the roster?
Of course, I think that's pretty much the only reason why I didn't just sign right then and there. A week or so ago, that definitely went into it. But kind of like I said, being around this staff and this offense, especially the offensive staff, I think that has just been the biggest part in the decision. Besides just how much I love the city of Chicago, how comfortable I am here with everybody, but yeah, that was certainly played a role into it.
You've talked about your family being so important to you.
What does this money?
For people beyond you in your household.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people don't know this, but my dad is he's my right hand man, and he didn't even have running water until he was in high school. So there's definitely a lot of things and people that I think I could certainly help with this gift I've been blessed with. But yeah, just little things like that. Like, I don't really know anybody back at home with any money, so yeah, it feels good. I mean, it's certainly a weight off my shoulders and my family's shoulders, and yeah, it definitely means a lot.
So why do you think it's clicked with you and Ben the way it has?
I think he loves what he does, and he's crazy about it, and I love what I do, and I'm crazy about it too. So I feel like it's just been like that from the start.
He said you two have similar mindsets. Like he sees himself in you. Do you see that in reverse?
Yeah, I think I said this in some interview I was in, but this, if I ever saw myself coaching, I see it going how this staff handles things. Very upfront, not afraid to coach hard, and not afraid of somebody's status or anything like that. Really just holding people accountable, telling the truth all the time, and expecting a high level of play from everybody because we are in the NFL. So. If that answers your question.
What was it like to get the call today to know that this was executed and was done?
Yeah, kind of connected all the dots last night before I went to sleep. And yeah, it was probably just a lot of this. Me calling people, crying like a baby and that kind of stuff.
What was the reaction of your family for deaths?
Yeah, everybody was besides themselves. Yeah, everybody. I mean, my mom's the only one that let me see her cry, but other than that, everybody's just very excited and supportive of me and happy for me.
Do you feel like remaining in this coaching staff is going to help you grow as a quarterback more than it would trying to go out and be a starter somewhere else?
I will never know the answer to that question, but from my standpoint, like I said, part of the reason why I decided to stay is because of how good of a job I believe this offensive staff does and the standard that they hold everybody to.
We've talked.
How much they believe in you.
It means everything. It means a world. A lot of high level people in and around this building. So for them to think the same of me, it means a lot, and it feels good just because it's been so much work going into it. So that makes it just that much sweeter.
We've talked a lot about Caleb going under center after playing in a shotgun most of his life. What's that been like for you? And Ben was saying earlier today, like Caleb had a 7-step drop from under center. Like nobody really does that anymore. How have you found this offense to be not only doing what you guys are comfortable with, but maybe what Ben is comfortable with?
Yeah, I think that there's been a lot of conversations touch on this, but the whole point of camp, the spring and camp is to figure out what we do good and what we do not do good. So I think right now you're seeing a plethora of things being done, and then I think when the season comes along, we'll kind of hone into what we're really good at. So I'm sure you've probably seen every single kind of drop under center in the gun. We're doing a good job right now of mixing everything up and seeing, like I said, seeing what we're good at and what we're not so good at.
Tyson, you came here as an undrafted free agent out of a Division II school. What has allowed you to have the confidence, pretty much from day one, to feel like you belong here?
I do like to think that I've been confident the whole time, but a lot of it has just been, just trying to, stay as ready as I can and really just fake it until I make it. Has been the whole thing with me. Just not leaving my hotel room until I'm comfortable with all the information that we're going to go through on that given day. And I think just that alone allows you to play a little more free than if you're kind of out there unsure of what to do.
Hey, so when you first got here, I think you were the number 4 when you came in the building. How often do you think? I'm sure this week you've been thinking about. How often do you think about just that first year, your summer you were here, and kind of where you're at now? I mean, a lot of people didn't even know really in Chicago, didn't really know who you were when you got here.
Yeah, I mean, that's just all part of just the process that's taken place since I got here a couple years ago. And I think, to think about that point until now, it's really too much to think about. So it's really just been, each day at a time, trying to be the best that I can be on each given day, and just hoping that, as long as I do that, I'll have no regrets. And, it's served me well so far.
I know it just kind of seems like how you are, how you're going to grind and work every day, but do you think back on how, to Kevin's point, how you had to grind? Like when you got here, they had gave PJ Walker like Tyson Bagent type money. And you took all of that. You know what I mean? Like, do you think back on how and let that motivate you to keep grinding even though now you've gotten to this point?
Nah, it's all just, once again, it's all too much to even think about. I wasn't concerned with anybody's contract. I wasn't concerned with my place on the roster. I was just trying to keep it as simple as possible with just being so concerned on, what the hell is Getsy calling? How can I be the best on this play? Just really, how can I be my best day in and day out? But my motivation comes from, like I stated before, my family, where we come from, it definitely hasn't been the most difficult ever, but, there's been some tough times. So I think that is where my motivation comes from. And, I'll just continue to let that serve me through the rest of my career.
Was that big cheer at the end of practice from your teammates, was that for you?
Say it again.
Was that big cheer at the end of practice and you guys were all huddled up, was that for you?
Yeah, Ben finally let me break it down at the end of the season, so they were all loving me up. So, those are my guys. I think we got a good team, a lot of camaraderie going on in that locker room right now. So everybody's been great.
That reaction for you specifically, for that support from your teammates, what does that mean?
It means the world. I mean, it's good to know that the people up top got my back, but I mean, it's even better to know that the dudes that we're out there fighting with, that the love is there with them too. So it means the world.
Do you have a luxury purchase? Anything that you want to take care of?
Well, I mean, I got a little baby girl on the way, so I'm not really trying to buy nothing too crazy right now. I'm just trying to, get ready for that. And with this whole deal getting done, I mean, it's just right on time. So, but no, nothing specifically luxury in mind.
On a day like this, do you think about like how your cult heroes and a lot of Bears fans, the vacancy and all that stuff, does that play into your mind, the support that you've seen in the city?
I mean, it doesn't play a huge role in my mind, but I am extremely grateful for how the city's taken me in. And it's the same way the other way around. I've definitely grown accustomed to the city of Chicago. It is my second home at this point. I am very comfortable when I walk around anywhere that I go. But yeah, just like any support, it's greatly appreciated, and it doesn't go unnoticed.
Did you ever get your refund from the water park?
Yeah, I did.
The emotion that you had when you were younger, whatever hardships you were going through, the memories, could you foresee a day like this, a day like today?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily like this. I never thought I would make this much money, but I think, the real epiphany I had, kind of growing up was that I was like 10 years old and I was walking around my grandma's house and I was like, oh man, I might not go to the NFL. It's actually harder than I think. So I think that was an epiphany I had, and now to go from that to just put my head down and work and to get, where I am now. I mean, it's, too much to put into words.
If you fast forward to that to just the coaching change with Ben coming in, was there a concern like, oh, well, I already connected over here, but now I got to do it again? Did that keep you up at night at all?
I wouldn't say it kept me up. I mean, there's a lot of things that revolve around football that do keep me up at night, but like I said, it's too much to think about. I can't control that. All I can do is try to show up and convince this staff that I'm, as good as other people say I am as well. So that's basically just been the whole thing. Stay ready so I don't have to get ready and try to just put my best foot forward and see where the chips fall from there.
From your first start versus the Raiders to where you are now, where do you feel like you've grown off the football field? Where do you feel like you've grown the most?
Off the football field, man. Yeah, I just think that, I went to college about 10 minutes away from where I grew up. So it really kind of still felt like high school. I really didn't have to depart from my family in a sense and, handle things on my own necessarily. In all honesty, it just feels like I've, become a man in a sense since I've been here, been out here on my own, family super far away. And really just been able to grow up and do what I love while doing it. So that's been the biggest thing I've probably noticed is just going from boyhood to manhood, I guess.